I think everyone knows the expression two cooks in a kitchen, but what does it look like to actually have two cooks sharing the same kitchen? Well, I'm going to talk about that in today's video. A quick backstory for those of you that might be new here. Me, my partner, and our two kids. Side note, one of those is right here with me. Our 6-week-old son is right here, and he might have something to add to the conversation as well. We moved into my parents' house in the beginning of this year while we are buying and renovating our own house. So me and my mom have been sharing this kitchen for the past 5 months or so. My parents actually don't live here now full time. They're usually only here for a few days a week and then they go to our country house. So it's not like a 100% 24/7 sharing of this space, but there is a big part of the week when we do share and we do cook here together. And I thought with the housing not being as affordable lately, some of you might be considering a similar situation where you might want to share with your parents or other family members, or you're just curious what it's like to share a space like this with a family relative. I have actually done another video on living with our parents in general beyond just sharing the kitchen. And so if you're curious about that, go check out my memberships page. I'll link that video down below in the description. So what are the pros and cons of sharing a kitchen with my mom? Let's dive into the video. The first thing that comes to my mind in the pros section is sharing the load. Having my mom here kind of sharing the kitchen with me means I'm not always just having to provide all of the food to everyone by myself. The specific situation that we are in, because my mom goes to work still, so she is out during the day. It's my dad who's usually here with me. He is retired, and so he's usually here for lunch with me. So I'm responsible for providing that lunch for him. It's usually just the two of us, sometimes our toddler as well, and obviously the baby, but he is breastfed. I don't have to worry about him. And then my partner is at work as well. So during the weekday, lunches are something I cover for myself and my dad. And then for dinners, I'm usually responsible for my part of the family, and then my mom will cook for herself and my dad. So we're kind of keeping things separate, but of course, when we are all sitting at the dinner table, we might share, my mom will maybe cook a salad or like make a salad, and then I'll have some, or our toddler will have some. Not my partner, he's not all that much into the veggies, so not so much for him, but it's really easier for myself. Like I know that there is someone else who can provide food as well. Not that, of course, the men in the family can't, provide food, but usually they're not the ones cooking it. Another big benefit I see to this sharing of the kitchen is that I'm able to learn from my mom. She obviously has a lot more experience in cooking and specifically cooking for a family as well. And I love listening to her talk about what she was cooking when me and my brother were kids and how she would feed us and get some ideas from her. And because she will often literally see me cook, there is plenty of opportunities where she might jump in and be like, oh, I actually have a little trick for this, or I do this process slightly differently, or this is how I would approach it. And it's just so useful, and it's something that would not happen unless we are literally sharing this space together. We're literally here at the same time cooking. So that definitely I feel like is a benefit, because I'm learning, I'm getting inspiration as well. So even though I would say that the way we cook is similar, or what we cook is similar, it's not completely the same. We all have different preferences when it comes to what foods we like to eat. And so it's really nice to get inspiration from what she is cooking as well, because it might be slightly different than what I'm used to. And so I feel like I'm expanding my horizons when it comes to cooking. And when I think about it, this learning part, I feel like many of us don't have that these days, this learning from our parents, from the previous generations. I don't know about you, but when I lived with my parents, I wasn't very interested in cooking. I didn't really care much about it. I would watch my mom maybe, but it wasn't like I would really be cooking myself. And so there wasn't really this opportunity, because I feel like you learn best by doing yourself. That's the ultimate learning path. You only learn so much by watching others. You actually have to give it a shot yourself to get the process right. And so when I was here and I would just watch, I didn't really learn all that much about cooking. And so now when it's finally reversed, like I am doing the cooking and my mom is looking at it, well, I mean, don't picture it like her standing over my shoulder making sure that I cook the right way. It's just, she's here, and so she might notice that I'm doing something or something else, or that I cook this and it looks a certain way or tastes a certain way. And so she might give me some notes or tips on it or something. And so it's only happening now, this reverse process where it's me doing the thing. And I would have never really learned from her this way if I never got to live with her and share the kitchen with her while I am older and already cooking myself. So I'm actually very grateful for this opportunity to learn from her. Another thing that I really like about this whole setup is that my mom is kind of like my healthy food buddy or something. So I've already mentioned my partner is not so much into the veggies. He's very much into proteins and carbs. So I usually have to try and sneak in the veggies into the meal in some way. Whereas my mom, she's all about, healthy, diverse eating. And so I really love being able to maybe share some of the meals with her. So I might cook something for my partner and then I'll actually share with her whatever she's eating. Our dad also not all that much into the healthy eating. And so, it's really me and my mom that kind of buddy up in this effort or in this interest. And it's great to have somebody, to not be alone in this. Because when I was alone, before, when we would live with just me and my family, I wouldn't really cook for my preference, or, I would stick with eating just whatever else I was cooking for everyone else. I wouldn't cook one meal for them or for, my partner, my toddler, and then something else for myself. So, and then last but definitely not least, what's great about this is that my mom will show me appreciation. Not that my partner doesn't, he does as well, but he will appreciate different things about my cooking. He will appreciate different foods. And so it's now a much nicer, because I get appreciation from him for certain foods and then appreciation from my mom for other foods. And so I get a lot of appreciation for the way I cook and the things I maybe grow as well. If we are having some spring beans or spring greens and all of these micro vegetables, then it's definitely my mom who will appreciate that kind of stuff. And it's just nice to see this. I mean, this is what I enjoy about cooking and providing food for my family, when I can see that they're happy and fed. So those are all of the great benefits of sharing a kitchen with my mom. Now for some of the challenges. So number one, there is a challenge with the space. I would say that this is a very decent sized kitchen. Behind that door, there is also a pantry. I can just quickly show you a little bit more around. It is, I would say, again, a decent sized kitchen. It's not small, but also it's not huge. If I step back here, then, it's not giant. And so with all of the spaces here, and again, going back to the fact that me and my mom cook differently, One is like we use different ingredients, just cook different meals, but also we use different tools. Like I might like a certain pan or like a couple of pots that I brought with me, but my mom prefers a different style, a different material maybe. And so we now have to keep a lot more things in this kitchen, and some of the things are for my cooking, some of the things are for her cooking. And same with like the actual food. Like in the fridge, we have agreed on which shelves are dedicated to which family, if it's mine or if it's hers. And same with the pantry storage. So of course, we are sharing those things as well. Like we're all drinking the same milk, we're all using the same, I don't know, oils and salt and whatever. But some things we are keeping separate. It's just because only they eat it, or it's only for us. And so there is just more demand on the space. I'm sure you understand what I mean. Like we now have to fit multiple tools into the same space. And kind of a second point to that is like the organization itself, like where things should go, where should they be stored, and how. And again, obviously, like we're two different people, me and my mom, two different preferences, two different styles. So if this was just my kitchen, I might have stored things in different spots, or I would probably add some more shelves in the pantry so that I would have a little bit more storage. And so, but she has different preferences, different things that she's used to. So I can't like completely do this as I would find it useful. And so there needs to be some kind of a compromise. I have to say, I'm very grateful to my mom for the amount of change that she actually let me do here. There is a lot of things that I've reorganized already, and if you have seen it, I have done like a redecoration video. But even like beyond, just adding a flower up there or whatever, like a plant or something, I really have done some reorganization in the shelves themselves of like where things go, where do we put the spices, where do we put this and that. But for the most part, my mom has appreciated the result, and she's glad that I went through some of the things and decluttered some of the things. But still, like we ended up with okay, we have maybe one too many like I said, pots. Like if this was just me, I would probably get rid of like 30% of the pots that we have here, and therefore I would then have a little bit more space. It would be a little bit easier to cook. And same for my mom. If I didn't have my stuff here, she would be able to kind of function a little bit more easily here. Another thing that's been challenging, or something that we really have to kind of focus on and keep in mind, is communicating well between the two of us. So we really have to be informing each other well in advance in terms of what we're planning to cook. And do we need, like, she will often ask me, do you want me to cook another portion for this so that you can use it for lunch with you and dad for Monday or whatever, or do you have some other plans? I always try to make sure to keep her well informed of what kind of things I'm planning to cook that will be for everybody. So if I'm making things like bread, or maybe I'm making some pie for breakfast, those things I always consider them to be for everyone and anyone who wants to have them. And so I'll make sure to let her know a couple days in advance that I'm planning on doing that, so that we don't both make a pie on the same day and then we're not able to finish everything at breakfast. But I would say, since both me and my mom are pretty organized people and we are pretty good at planning, we have been able to deal with this part of it. But it is something that we kind of consistently have to keep our minds on it and make sure that we just communicate well about this. And finally, probably the biggest challenge is the cooking itself. It's really difficult for the two of us to be here at the same time, cooking dinner at the exact same time, trying to use the space. Like you've seen before, it's not huge, and while sure, we can fit here, it's like this constant, you need something here and then you need something there, you need to go to the pantry, you're putting stuff in the dishwasher or washing it. It's pretty intense when the two of us are here together, and so we tried to avoid that happening as much as possible. Or really, it's on me, because when my mom is cooking here, that's usually in the evening when she comes back from work around 6 p.m. and she's getting dinner ready for her and dad. And usually they have just like a cold, they will have some bread with maybe ham and cheese, and she's just cutting up some vegetables for a salad and some cheese or whatever, making a dressing. Whereas me, like I've mentioned before, I usually cook some protein or some with some carbs, or like make a soup or do things like that. And so I tried to do those things before she comes back home from work. So I will either already like cook that food for lunch that day, and then we just have the leftovers, or I give my partner a part of that meal for dinner or something, or even like from the day before or something, or like just have everything done and clean by 6-ish p.m. when my mom comes back home, so that I then leave the kitchen and she can do whatever she needs to do in here. I don't always manage. Sometimes I do leave a mess behind and I just have to get to other things because the baby starts crying, or my toddler needs something, or there's just like a million other things happening. But most of the time, I would say I'm pretty good at this, and I do manage to give her the kitchen when she needs to be in here. And so this is how we are making it work. And I would say it works really, really well. For me, at least, and I know from my mom, it does as well. She only gets upset when there is lots of dishes by the time she comes back from work. So again, I try to make sure that the kitchen is nice and clean when she's here, ready for her to use it. But other than that, it really is just working absolutely fine. And I'm very, very grateful that our parents are letting us stay here, because it just helps us out so much. And again, I have that other video where I talk more about all of the other aspects of living here together. So again, the kitchen is working really well, and I'm really glad we get to do this together. I'm very curious to know if any of you are sharing a space like this with either your parents or maybe actually your kids, and how that's working out for you. Let me know down in the comments. That will be it for today's video. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.